This is Festival Sounds, our last pre-Glastonbury episode. Hey, Tilly.
Hey, Bilal.
It's exciting, isn't it?
I'm so excited.
We've got a daft episode for you. If you are a regular listener, you'll probably enjoy this because we lean into how daft the two of us can be. If you are a new listener, probably go back, listen to another episode first.
It might be good, but I don't know about the first ever one. This is probably a strange one.
There's a lot of goodwill needed to get to the end of this episode. We are goofy as.
Yeah, please enjoy us being on the coach in spirit, talking to lots of random people in spirit, and having a great time.
Yeah, and we're just pretending to be on a coach journey from Bristol to Glastonbury, obviously a very abridged coach journey. Little snippets of conversation we thought would be interesting to share. We've got a few cameos, haven't we?
We have some great cameos. I'd love, if you know every single person from these cameos, please let us know. I'll be so impressed.
If you guess them all, definitely tell us.
We'll be really impressed.
Look, there's no prize, but you get massive kudos from us, right?
Yeah.
Because that's really cool. But they're all linked. We've mentioned them in some way, or there's a connection to the podcast.
Don't give too much away, Bill.
Sorry. Let's head to fictional Bristol.
This is Glastonbury Coachpool.
Tilly, finish eating your yogurt. We need to be in reception in 10 minutes.
Yeah. Sorry, it's actually really cold. It's not a yogurt. It's actually a frozen passion fruit sorbet.
Doesn't matter. We need to be in reception in 10 minutes.
Sorry, I'll get a wiggle on.
Tilly, it's about a 10-minute walk to the coach stop. Have you got everything?
I think so. I need to last-minute check. I feel like if I've not got anything now, it's just too late, isn't it?
Do you ever feel shame walking out of a place with a pizza box?
No, never.
The
Pizza
joys
is
of being
my
young.
best friend. I actually feel a sense of pride because I think I can eat this when I get home. And I know that you know that I'm going to eat this when I get home.
And I'm a little bit jealous. Yeah. Do we wander around Bristol before we get the coach?
Why not? Bristol's lovely. This time of year, it's not raining yet.
No.
May the rain god smile upon us this weekend.
It's hillier than I remember it being.
Agreed.
I mean, Glasgow's pretty hilly.
Yeah, that's so true. Although not as hilly as Boomtown, as we know. Yeah, I'm glad that Glastonbury doesn't have I'm glad it's not in a valley because that's hard about Boomtown.
Yeah, and it's kind of optional whether you go up the hill.
Yeah. You can choose to go to the side or not.
You're like, no, you get back to work. Your mate's like, did you see anything in the park? No, I only went to other stage.
Because I just can't face walking uphill.
There'll be some people we make fun, but there were some people who are that wrecked on day one. That's all they can do.
You know, I met Basil Brush at the Glastonbury site my first Glastonbury year.
At the Glastonbury site?
At the Glastonbury site.
Seriously?
Yeah,
how has that never come up?
Don't know, just he's a cool guy.
No.
Cool fox. Foxy guy.
So, I got a few questions. One, could you see his friend without shattering the illusion?
Yeah, I could. They were filming for a BBC or some sort of teaser.
Right.
And so you saw the man on his hands and knees,
that's what I was thinking.
holding up the fox and doing the ha ha boom boom. Yeah.
So they didn't cover the man up?
No, because obviously it was just a camera, so they just did the top bit. Yeah.
So there's just a man on his knees holding his hand up in the air.
With the upper fox's bum. Yeah, correct.
Wow.
It was great though. It was a great experience. And he was like, please don't film it, don't ruin it for the kids. So nobody did. Everyone was very nice about it.
That's good, that's respectful.
Yeah.
I forgot how many cute streets Bristol had.
Bristol's very cute.
Yeah. And how remarkably it looks like Keswick in the Lake District.
So true. Who would have thought?
Probably explain why it's so cold.
They would even have pubs that have the same name. Who knew there was a shop called Love the Lakes in Bristol?
And then we were talking about not shattering the illusion.
Just give the people what they want, though.
There's a shop called British Craft Spirits, and we're just going to walk past.
Yeah? Oh, I've been in many a time, don't you worry.
Cuckoo Sunshine Gin.
That's the kind of one you want to take to Glastonbury because you want to embrace the sunshine.
I think I'm probably a treacle toffee vodka.
I could be a Prince of Darkness cherry gin.
You are the Prince of Darkness.
I don't even know what that means.
I could go for a strawberry vodka liqueur. This place is amazing.
Yeah, they are really
I mean, it's 40 quid a bottle, but still.
You can get these cute little stackable ones, look. They stack up.
Oh, that is nice.
And they give you taste tests when you go in there. You go, can I just taste this one?
Wow.
Yeah.
You know this place so well, almost like it's your hometown.
Almost. Not quite. Not quite, because don't worry. Remember, we're in Bristol.
We're in Bristol, of course. Walking to the coach stop.
Yep.
The 8 o'clock coach, we can't be late.
Can't be late. What if we miss the coach? What would you actually do?
So, I'm told if you miss the coach, they just make you wait for 4 or 5 hours in a little cabin, and they do give
cabin
you
of shame.
The cabin of shame. It is. But the thing is, the coach driver has to get to Glastonbury and then hand your tickets over to someone. So it's not like you could beat the coach, because they hand them to you before you get on.
So you would have to make your own way there, meet the coach driver almost, or meet the cabin.
You have to go to the cabin of shame.
And that's where the coach driver will have handed your ticket over.
Yeah.
Oh God.
But what if he forgets? No, because it's a little envelope, and
yeah.
if he's in a rush to go home and he just drives back,
and then you have to find your way back to Bristol, get the ticket, knock on your poor coach driver's front door.
It's a possibility.
Oh no, is that the coach leaving without us, Phil?
Hurry up, Tilly.
I don't want to have to chase the coach driver down.
Give me your pizza box.
Throw it at him. Wait.
Oh, finally, we're at the coach. This is a nice coach. Will you give me a hand loading my stuff in?
Yeah, of course. Jesus Christ, what have you got in that bag? That is so heavy.
Right, legit, this is what I've packed. I've got the remnants of a molten brown shower gel. I'm not even kidding. For some reason, I thought a dozen earplugs. I don't know
You're
why.
You're really in your Bake Off era, aren't you? A dozen?
Mouthwash, toothpaste, the basics. My camping mirror.
Yep.
Some shower cream, because I like to be clean shaven. And then I think the most of the weight comes from copious amounts of glitter and glitter glue.
Nice. Okay.
Can you imagine running out of glitter glue?
It's worst case scenario. No glitter glue, I would die.
Yeah, exactly. There's nothing else that, I don't know, would anyway. Oh, why are we talking about this? We've got to get on the coach. Let's get on the coach.
Sorry, coach driver, we're coming.
Where should we sit?
Should we
front, middle or back?
Cool kids at the back? No, it's too far. Maybe we should be like a couple from the back. You don't want to be too cool.
That's true. When we arrive, you want to be one of the first ones off.
Yeah, okay. Maybe let's go middle.
Yeah, middle. Middle's good. How about these two here?
Yeah, perfect.
This guy looks like he's got something to say.
Yeah, I'm excited. Is he doing a proper announcement? Oh, here goes.
Fasten your seatbelts. Next stop, Glastonbury.
Ooh, well, that's us told. Buckle up, Buttercup. Let's get going. This guy, his voice sounds very familiar.
He does. I was thinking that. I feel like I've heard him before.
We're setting off.
This is it. I'm so excited.
We're only 30, 40 minutes away. This is pretty easy. This coach is lush. What do you think those people have gone through in the overnight queue?
Oh, I mean, I'd love to try it, but I just don't think I can face starting my festival tired. I feel pretty well rested at the moment, Perks of being on a coach. I could have a nap now if I wanted to.
The good thing is that the weather was spectacular last night, wasn't it?
Very true.
There was no rain. It was nice and warm. As well looked after by the elements as possible. I'm not sure how much quicker you get in doing the overnight queue.
I think, though, I've definitely heard from some people it's like, for them, it's part of the fun. They don't really care if they're not necessarily quicker in. It's like, it signals the start of the festival for them, which I do think it sounds like you'd have a lot of camaraderie with everybody in the queue. But I prioritise my sleep. And also, when you're in the coach, you can have a drink. So, win-win.
And you remember when we walked past those guys who were in the overnight queue, and it was about 3:00 in the afternoon on Tuesday. And they said, it's like getting an extra night at the festival.
But it's not, because you're in a...
That's
you're
what they
literally
said.
in between
I'm not saying it.
gates.
Fucking hell, this is going to be a long coach journey.
it's
not
just
me
not.
who said it. No, but it is, because you're around... Look, playing devil's advocate, they're around the festival people, other festival people. They can see the lights of the festival. It's a matter of degrees.
Yeah. You're also about 50 yards from your car, where you could sleep in your car if you really wanted to.
Yeah, and have the same experience where it's warm and dry.
And you can see the festival lights.
But you wouldn't be the first ones through the gate.
You
right?
pretty much could be, because you could get out your car at like 5 a.m.
That's true. I did that once. And actually, I felt good for it, because I had a little kip in the car. I'd arrived about 9:00 at night. I had a little pack of sandwiches, in like a little lunchbox.
Yeah, I think that would be a good way to do it, actually. I don't know maybe that's not like people don't want you to do that, but maybe you could just sneak it.
Well, it's too late now, because it's Wednesday morning, remember?
Yeah, true. Unless you want to sleep in your car Wednesday and get in Thursday, I don't know.
Yeah, but...
Sleep in your car Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then just pop in on the Saturday.
People had heard that's the authentic Glastonbury experience. We're going to go through the ticket check in 30 minutes, so you want that bit to just work seamlessly. You want to look as much like a Lego figure as possible, just your hair like
you don't
the
want
same.
A full face of glam, and then I rock up on the coach and I look like I haven't slept in 5 weeks, and they're like, are you sure that's you? And I'm like, I promise it is.
My photo was so old, right? And I've updated it. Guess what? You couldn't make this up. My photo is genuinely me at a bake-off. Like, it's all... I'm not lying. I am genuine. This is not for the theatre. But for a work thing, I got invited to a bake-off, and they set up these stations, put you in pairs. And if you look at the uncropped image, I'm very proudly leaning over some kind of sponge strawberry creamy cake. The bit the picture was taken after was me brushing off the powdered sugar, because I'd done whiskers on my face, because I'm at a work event. What do you want me to do? Behave?
Isn't it funny that some of the photos that it denies, like you'll do a proper passport style photo and it's like, no, something about this photo is wrong, and then you'll upload a photo of you at the bake off and it's like, perfect, the perfect photo for your account.
What we're looking for. I'm actually wearing an apron in the photo.
I would love to know what people's funniest like profile picture stories are about their Glastonbury ticket photo. I would love to know that, because there must be some really funny ones.
I like the ones where they're so professional that the shoulders are tilted to the angle and then the head is slightly off centre.
Oh, it's like a school photo. You're like hands in front of you, clasped.
Have you seen the changes on the map?
Yeah, I've also seen that the festival have posted about some new things that they've got. There's the Dragon's Tail. I saw that on their Instagram.
It's an area in the southeast corner where you can chill out, which, makes sense.
Yeah, needed. Especially looking out the window, this absolute delightful sunshine we're having, but need a bit of shade,
It's true. Do you remember at the bottom of the stone circle field, the peace tent that we went into, and we all one by one fell asleep?
Yeah, every single one of us.
Cross-legged fell asleep.
I saw, we were all sat cross-legged in like a circle, and I just saw Bill's like entire body go flomp forwards, and I was like, yep, he's fallen asleep.
It was when that guy started playing, is it like a glass gong?
They're like bowls, aren't they? They're like, I don't know what you
It's
call them.
running a
But
stick around the rim of it.
yeah. And they were filled with water as well, weren't they? So they were all making... Maybe they weren't. Maybe that was my
I mean, at that point,
imagination.
my eyes were
Maybe
pretty
it was filled
firmly
with my
closed.
tears.
That's quite far away from the southeast corner, and you have to step out of the southeast corner to go in there. So having something on the inside of the southeast corner makes sense if you just want, to catch your breath for half an hour and get a drink. That
Get a
makes
shave.
perfect
That's
sense.
honestly, I saw it. It looked really cool.
The other thing, I love Floating Points, the artist Floating Points. He's created something called the Sunflower Sound System.
Ooh.
And that's in Silver Haze. And because of who he is, I think he's going to get loads of special guests in there. I think it's a small venue, but there's a few cool little new things I'm looking forward to exploring.
Yeah, me too.
And the other thing is the rumour mill.
The rumour mill be rumouring. We got told off for the rumour mill.
We did get told off for the rumour mill. And I think I should... Lots of people have been DMing us to say, what was video number 90? and I can't say because, as you remember with as you, Tilly, not because we're just on a coach talking to each other, as you remember, you made that stuff up about Timothée Chalamet, and look where that got us. Yeah.
Amazing.
Now, I made something up about an artist, and it might actually have been happening, and it got to the point where if it was publicized too much, it might not happen. So we were politely asked to take it down, which is cool. That's fine. But just whilst we're chatting, what do you think about Lewis Capaldi?
I love Lewis Capaldi. He's great. Wouldn't it be great to see him at Glastonbury?
I don't know. Perhaps, yes. Maybe it would be. So I would love to see that.
Maybe he's on this coach right now. Should we?
Maybe.
Lewis, hello.
I tell you who is on this coach. This loud fella over here.
Absolute chatterbox.
Oh my God, this is long. How are we in traffic? We've not even got to bloody Stonehenge yet. Lads, I'm sure it's time. Shall we... Come on. Let's get the cans out. Get the cans out. We ain't got all day, man. We've been sat here for ages. Get the cans out. This is long.
Well, that guy's keen, isn't he? He just wants to get there.
Maybe we're on the party coach and we just didn't know it. Whoa!
Also sounded weirdly familiar.
Another familiar voice. Maybe this coach is just full of kind of acquaintances we kind of know.
Do you know what I'd love to do with that guy? He sounds like he'd be riveting to go through an album with, perhaps.
Yeah, I feel like he'd make a great podcast host,
He's got the voice, hasn't he?
He really does.
Anyway, where were we? Lewis Capaldi. Yeah, do you know what? It was really sad because a little while ago he wasn't able to finish his set, was he? But it'd be lovely if he came back even for a short period of time.
Yeah, I would really like to see him. Maybe now, maybe later. Guess we'll see.
Even if it was just 35 minutes, perhaps.
Exactly. You just never know.
You never.
Maybe he'll come out with Timothée Chalamet. You never know.
Well, do you know what? I had a text the other day, and it just said, "Tilly may be onto something."
Oh my gosh!
Nothing more.
That's
no
so
other
exciting.
context. So you might have been onto something.
Maybe.
Oh God, we've been on this coach for a while.
Yeah, I'm beginning to get itchy fingers, itchy feet. What's the saying? I don't know.
Itchy. I think you need to get your foot talc back out.
Don't worry, I did pack it.
Did you pack your foot talc? Of course you did. Is there anyone else you're looking forward to on apart from obviously Nina Aria, who we interviewed?
Of course.
Is anyone else?
I mean, I just really, really can't wait for Scissor Sisters. I think they're going to be so iconic. I would honestly can't wait.
So, Self-Esteem did a show in the West End with the singer from the Scissor Sisters. So do you think one of them will show up at the other one's show?
Oh, I hope so. And Scissor Sisters are the kind of band, they've been around a while, so I feel like they could bring out some really cool people if they wanted to.
I bet you they've got a lot of singery friends.
Yeah, definitely. Or even just famous people. Just bring out I don't know, a random famous person.
Just have them stood there.
Yeah.
You remember like when Jimmy Carr swept up the stage at the Killers and everyone was just like, oh, Jimmy Carr's here for some reason.
I'll never forget that on that Killers performance, when obviously they brought out the guy from Pet Shop Boys, and I've never seen him in my life. I didn't know what he looked like. It was just a guy with a funny hat. And I turned to my friend, I was like, who is that? And this woman like turned around, she was like, he's from the Pet Shop Boys. And we were like, oh, thank you very much. Because I was like, he's just a guy with a hat.
Can I just ask, was the woman who said that, was she closer to your age or my age?
Closer to your age for sure.
Funny that. Talking about loud people, these two behind me have not shut up for the last 20 minutes.
I mean, I know we're loud, but so are they.
Should we have a listen into what they're saying?
Yeah.
All right, quiet.
Look, it's the Stonehenge. You know what that means?
Oh, we're almost there.
Are you able to have this feeling when you're driving your car, or is it best to go by coach?
Well, I mean, in my car, I have a very small, tiny car, so I can barely see the top of it from the road. But so it's very nice to have a good view. Not sure about this coach situation, though. You know me, I'm an overpacker and I've been very stressed this morning, but we're on the way. We're almost there and I can't wait.
Oh, okay. So what did you leave behind then to be able to bring your stuff in the coach?
Oh, gosh. I mean, I'm probably going to have to spend a lot of money at the bars because, alcohol is very, very heavy. I have got my smallest tent, which means I'm going to really be suffering. But I have kept all my outfits, obviously. If I was going to keep one thing, that's what I've kept. How about you? Have you got your strict, bare essentials packing, Miguel?
Well, you know me, I'm always ready to come to the coach.
Are you going to still be borrowing one of my sequin coats then?
Yes, I will have to, because I once again I didn't bring anything sparkly or shiny.
Well, I mean, we're both volunteering this time, so I'm going to have to see you walking around in a high vis and a sparkly jacket. That has to happen.
Yeah. I'm bringing a high vis for the first time. So I am bringing something shiny in a way, I guess.
Well, yeah, you can wear that in the Southeast corner. That'll be your rave jacket. So, the big clash on Saturday night. What's your choice, Miguel? Who are you going to?
I'm going Brass. I'm going Charlie.
You going Brat? Have you got like a little green crop top to wear?
well, as I said, my only shiny thing is the high vis, but it's the wrong color. But yeah, I'm going there. I'm hoping she goes all out. I want Primavera times 10.
Oh, the Primavera set. I've watched some clips. Oh my God, it looked amazing. I hope she has some guests.
Yeah, there's always the question. I don't want to speculate much because I don't want to get disappointed. But as long as you see her own thing, it's fine for me. What about you? You're going to be there as well?
Well, I've been umming and ahhing about this, because originally I was going to go Dochi, but she's only got a 45-minute set. So I'm now thinking, then I was leaning towards Scissor Sisters because so many people have been to their recent run of shows and I was very jealous about videos I've seen from friends and they've all told me how amazing they were. But then I have had friends who've been at Primavera and Parklife just recently and they said that Charlie was amazing. So I thought I'd made a decision and I haven't. I think I'm going to see how I feel on the night. But right now on the coach, I am feeling pretty bratty as well.
Oh, look. Is that the top of the John Peel?
John Peel, come on.
Woodsy's I'm so sorry, Woodsy's.
Look, it shows you're a veteran. I think I can see the top of it, the big top. That means we're pulling around the corner.
Do you know my biggest worry for those two is they're volunteering and they're on the Wednesday coach.
Are we on the right coach? Are they on the right coach?
I think they might miss a shift. Interestingly, they observed that we'd gone past Stonehenge, but we had set this up as the coach from Bristol. So perhaps the coach driver has taken the long way around.
Perhaps our coach is a flying coach and not a driving coach, and we're just getting a scenic tour of the whole of the UK.
Or maybe our brief could have been stronger to potential guests. Maybe.
No, never.
But let us not break the illusion that the two of us are just chatting on the coach to Glastonbury from Bristol via Stonehenge for some mad reason.
Yeah.
We're not far away, they're right. We're just pulling up to the coach station now.
In fact, we're here.
How convenient. Now, should we wait
see Michael
politely?
Evers waving at us. Hi, Emily.
We should go get our stuff.
We should. Let's get sorted.
Bloody hell, you thought my bag was heavy. Why have you got the heaviest rucksack in the world?
I've just got the essentials, Bill.
What if it rains on the Monday when you're going back?
Never fear. I do have a festival trolley, so doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter, it's all fine. Can I get in the festival trolley?
No, I'm getting in the festival trolley and you're pulling it.
Okay, let's just get in there. If we are starting our Glastonbury bickering like this, it's not going to end well.
What's the end going to be like?
Yeah, which is it's like most of the ends of our Glastonburys together, where we're just staring at each other, going, "I need to not see you for a year now."
Yeah. See you in a year, hopefully longer. Hopefully you won't get a ticket next year.
Right, stop your complaining. Let's go up to the gate.
Let's do it.
Queue's moving quick. Just a couple more people, and we're going to get our tickets checked by the Oxfam people. Are you going to do the whole? Oh, I used to be an Oxfam steward.
No, I don't want to be that person.
It is a bit cringe. Let's just give him our tickets.
I'm so excited.
Hiya. Can I take your ticket, please?
There's our tickets.
That's great. Thank you. Head that way for your wristband.
Thank you.
Thanks. Enjoy the festival.
Love the hat. All right, let's go to this other weird hut. And now we're going to get wristbanded.
Yes, wristband time. Oh, I wonder how pretty they'll be this year.
Which hand are you going to put your wristband on?
It's going to be the non-wiping hand, Bilal. Come on.
Always the non-wiping hand. Here we go.
All right, let's get you two wristbanded. Which hand?
Left, please.
There you go. Enjoy the festival.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Not too tight.
Tilly, we're in.
We're in.
Where should we camp?
Oh, I thought you were going to tell me.
Let's go Pennards and hope we can find space.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Hope you enjoyed our little amateur dramatics thing that we had going on. Did you enjoy recording it, Tilly?
I had a great time. I love this coach. It's great. Oh, sorry, we're not on coach anymore.
We've got a quick message now from the Samaritans, who are at Glastonbury, and they have been for decades. We wanted to, in this very fun episode, also bring a semi-serious point, because we've really developed a bond with our listeners, haven't we?
Mm-hmm, definitely.
We've had lovely messages from you, especially in the last few months. We thought it'd be nice to just make the point that there is help out there if you're going to your first festival, or for it just gets a bit much, or you feel like you need to speak to someone. And so we recorded this quick segment with the Samaritans so that you know that they're out there to help if you ever need that help.
And we have spoken to people who've mentioned like feeling overwhelmed at Glastonbury, so it's not complete. You're not alone if you're feeling like that.
We're going to play that now, and afterwards we'll explain who the cameos were. We're joined by Sally from the Samaritans, who have been at Glastonbury for decades, and she's going to give us a quick overview of how the Samaritans can help if you find yourself in that position where you're just feeling a little overwhelmed by everything going on around you. Hi, Sally.
Hi, Bilal. Thanks for having me on. Yeah, you're right. When you go to a festival, people are there to have a good time, but life follows us. Or rather, it's there waiting when the festival finishes. So sometimes things stay on your mind and you can be in the most blissful, idyllic place and they're still there tapping you on the shoulder. We're there 24/7 at Glastonbury. So come over, have a talk. We're always there to listen. We do exactly the same service that Samaritans do on the telephone, but in real life. So at a festival, it's the pretty much the only place that you can go and sit and have the listening service with a Samaritan. Our volunteers are exceptionally trained. We're not afraid to talk about any subjects that you'd like to talk about without any judgment and in 100% confidentiality. We're there for everyone. We're there for all of the audience, all of the crew, everyone volunteering, stewarding, musicians, traders, everybody we talk to. And it's a real privilege to be stood in the rain at 3 a.m. and someone come over and have a chat with you about what's going on for them and their life and be able to support them through that time. It might not seem like something that everyone wants to do when you might see us across the field shivering in our wellies, but we're really honoured to be able to be there for all of the Glastonbury family.
And if someone wants to find you at Glastonbury at any point in the day or night, how would they find you?
We're on the main market street in between the pyramid and the other stage.
That's a really busy thoroughfare, so I imagine it's really easy to find you once you get there. And then where do you have conversations with people?
We'll just have a conversation with you where you're standing. We're well aware of people around us, so we're really not going to be talking openly. I mean, it's quite difficult to imagine that you can have a confidential conversation amongst 200,000 other people, but actually you really can. Sometimes we're sat on a hay bale or just standing in a crowd talking, and we're really aware of everyone around us.
I imagine you can look like just two friends chatting.
Yeah, absolutely. Some Samaritans might have Samaritans branded clothes on, but usually I just wear a small badge, so we're just in normal clothes, and it helps keep that a private conversation.
And the important thing is just to come up and have a chat. If you feel even the slightest need, just to take advantage of this amazing service that is there for you. And it is there for everyone.
Yeah, absolutely. And you might walk past and think you want to talk, but you're not ready at this moment. Come and find us later on in the evening. Sometimes after people have had a couple of drinks, they feel more comfortable, and we're always going to be there. We're not going to judge whatsoever.
For any of our listeners who choose to use the service or don't, we'll put details in the show notes of how you can support the Samaritans. If you want to make a donation, of course you can. She's lovely from the Samaritans.
Nice.
You can see how it'd be easy to talk to someone like that.
Yeah, I want to go and talk to her. I just want to. I'm going to go find her now.
Yeah, I think we should pop in and just say hello. I think it's worth mentioning who our lovely cameos were.
Definitely.
The person who said, "Buckle up, next stop Glastonbury," that was James, a.k.a. State of the Ground Guy, TikTok sensation.
Oh, fave. I love you, James.
Complaining about the length of the journey was William Han from This Album with William Han, who was a guest a little while ago. Did you guess who the two people chatting on the seats behind us were?
Oh, honestly, I feel like the two people with the most recognisable voices out there.
Podcasting royalty. That was Miguel and Jesse from Glastonbury. It's our ticketing checks and wristbanding stewards. That was the lovely Ross and Rachel from How to Build a Festival, who again have been a guest of ours in the last few months. Thank you to the Samaritans for giving us a little intro as to what they do at the festival. We thought it was really important to include that. Should we have a little chat before we sign off?
Yeah, I mean, is this now a great time to say that, guys, sorry to break the magic, but I don't actually have a ticket this year.
So do not look for Tilly.
I won't be there.
You're not going to find her. Or do not ask. If I'm with someone, do not say to them, "Oh, are you Tilly?"
It happens more than you know.
Do you remember when James, State of the Ground Guy, saw you in an Oxfam tabard and came up and said, "Oh, I don't know if you know this other Oxfam steward called Bilal."
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, what did you say to him?
I was like, yeah, I do know Bilal. We actually have a podcast together. And he went, "You're not Tilly, are you?" I was like, yeah, I am.
What were the chances he was going to ask you of all the stewards out there?
It was so cool.
Unlike James, my picture isn't out there overly. But if you do see me and you feel the need to come over and say hello, don't be shy. Just come over and say hello. It'll be cool. Right. But if you feel like, oh my God, that looks like Bilal, I just want to say hello, just come over and say hello. It's all going to be chill.
And if you want to tag us in any videos, I'll be living my best FOMO life at home and I will watch them all, I promise. So tag us in videos and I'll repost them. Why not? I'm going to take over the social media while Bill's gone.
And you will be getting videos from me, won't you? And little audio, hopefully, from me.
Hopefully, yeah. We're going to see how the service works this year, but my service will be great.
And my biggest problem with that is I don't know what state I'll be in when I'm sending you the audio. Will you filter it for me?
I'll just touch them up, just make sure it's appropriate.
Yeah, maybe drop me a message, go, thanks.
But no thanks.
Yeah, maybe we won't go with this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's fair. We are going to carry on recording through the summer. We will take a break, but that'll be at the end of festival season, so probably October onwards we'll stop for a few months.
And we are going to speak about festivals that aren't Glastonbury. I know, shock, but there's so many others to talk about and we'd love to talk about others. So
we're going to be chatting about Green Man, Shambhala, End of the Road, because I'm definitely going to those.
Boomtown we both went to last year for the first time, so we can definitely do a bit more of like how we expected our first time to go versus how it actually went.
I think we should do an episode called What Makes Boomtown So Special.
I agree.
I think so. We'll put that out before Boomtown. You're off to Wilderness, aren't you?
Yeah.
So we'll do probably a pre and post Wilderness episode. So we've got quite a few. So do make sure you follow us just so that you know when those episodes drop, because it might not be as frequent as they are now, but we're definitely going to keep doing them. And I think it's just one thing from me, which is to thank all of the listeners. So we've got new listeners, and so thank you for coming on board. And we've had listeners who've been with us from the start, and lots of love to all of you. Thank you to everyone who sent us a message. Without fail, all of those DMs that we've been receiving have been just lovely. And it's it powers us through, doesn't it?
It's really nice, especially when there's times where we feel like we're just yapping about things that nobody cares about. And then it's nice when you actually hear that people do care about them. So yeah, it's always lovely to hear.
Yeah, it's genuinely heartwarming. I think that you tell us that you're enjoying the build up, and then it's been a part of like the hype and the build up for you to the festival is really touching. So thank you from us for listening, I think.
Definitely. Thank you so much, and have a fabulous time at Glastonbury, everyone. And if you're not going, I feel your pain. We'll get through this together.
And take some of that Glastonbury magic back home when you leave. You know, when you see someone fall down, you pick them up. Do that back home as well.
And don't forget, leave no trace.